You ever feel like you're busy all the time, but you're never really getting anywhere? I think we've all been there before, where we feel like we're doing stuff, good stuff, but we look back a year later and we realize we haven't really made any progress in life at all. That's a scary thing. Sometimes wasting time can feel comfortable in the moment. It can feel really good, but we look back a year later and we're like, I haven't done anything with my life, even though I thought I was. So today we're talking about what wasting time really is and how we can actually move forward in life instead of just wasting our time meaninglessly. The Bible actually talks a lot about redeeming time and living wisely. So today I want to break down a couple of tips, things for living in the moment and not just wasting time, but actually using our time to be productive, using our time to get forward in life. Ephesians 5, verse 15 and 16 talks about being careful about how we walk, not as unwise, but as wise, making the best use of the time because the days are evil. So this makes a couple of things very, very clear here. Paul, the writer, is assuming that time can be wasted. And I think we all can agree that you can waste time. We've all been there before, where we're wasting time doing different things. And we know what it feels like. Making the best use of time is important. That's what we all want to do. We all want to make the best use of our time. There's very few people who wake up in the morning, they say, you know what, I want to waste my time in the most horrible way ever. No, we want to get forward. We want to do things. We want to make the best use of our time. And time, honestly, is one of the few things you can never get back. Every second is gone. You're choosing to watch this because you know you're going to get something out of it and you find it worth it. But everything that we do needs to be something that we find worth it, because otherwise we're wasting time that we'll never ever get back ever again. You get older every single second. So how do you know if you're using time wisely or if you're wasting it? Sometimes we're like, I don't know. It's a fine balance. One big sign that you're wasting time is if you're always entertained, but you're rarely growing. We all know what it's like to, consume content, and we get a couple of different reactions out of it. There's some content that we actually use to grow, and there's some content we use just to entertain ourselves. That's just the world of content, right? But that could be in anything. If you're hanging out with friends, if you are doing, chores is kind of a bad example. But it's a couple of signs. If you're constantly scrolling, watching endless short form videos, just swiping, playing games for hours, or binge watching shows every single night. Now, once in a while, hey, I'm not telling you can't, but after a while, you start wasting time. You start always trying to be entertained instead of growing. Entertainment itself isn't evil. It's not evil. I'm trying to use my words wisely. Some people will use it, right, and they'll just waste their lives on entertainment. But entertainment in itself is not inherently evil. The question is, what are you doing the most with your life? Is your life mostly consumption? You're just constantly consuming? A healthy life looks like learning, growing spiritually, developing skills, and serving people. Now, some of that stuff, I actually do think that's entertaining. I don't get bored doing any of that. Also, right, if you want to watch a YouTube video or something, go for it. But if it's your constant life, that's always what you keep running back to, then maybe it's time to check that. If months pass and you honestly haven't grown mentally, physically, personally, spiritually, then that's a warning sign. Look back, think back through the last couple of months. Have you grown significantly in any way? If the answer is yes, that's awesome. If the answer is no, might be time to start focusing on growing instead of just being entertained all the time. Learn a new skill, pick up a new hobby, do something. Go out and get better at something. Start growing. Proverbs 1 verse 5 says, let the wise hear and increase in learning. That's our goal. If we want to be wise people, we should be hearing and learning and constantly growing. Wise people are always growing. If you look at people right now, a lot of the most successful people, a lot of the people that we would look up to, they're people who are always growing, always learning something new, always trying something different. Those are the people we look up to. Second sign you're wasting your time is that you're always busy, but if you're being really honest, nothing meaningful is happening. Some people aren't lazy, they're just distracted. There's a lot of people who have great intentions. They've got a great work ethic, it's just on the wrong things. You can fill your life with a lot of random commitments, a whole lot of really unnecessary obligations, things you need to do, constant social activity, always going out with friends. Things that feel productive, things that make you feel like you're doing something, but if you're being honest, they're not really moving you anywhere. How do we know what the safe zone is here? You can ask yourself a couple questions. Is what I'm doing with my life actually moving me forward? After what I do here, am I going to be better off in any way? Am I going to improve my life or improve life for someone else around me? You can ask, does this help me become who God wants me to be, or is it just something else that makes me feel good in the moment? When I look back through history, I noticed that Jesus was very, very intentional with his time. He didn't waste time in a lot of areas. He took time to talk to people, but he didn't go to every single city in the world. He had conversations, he healed people, but you never see him sit in one place long. Very purposeful, very intentional with everything he was doing. He moved with purpose. Being busy isn't always the same thing as being productive. You can be very busy and not be productive. You can. Sometimes we forget that there's a difference there. I forget that there's a difference. Very often, I find myself being very, very, very busy and not being very productive. This is an episode where I was thinking about like what actually matters to me and what have I been working through, what have I been thinking about, and this is one of those things. Because I've realized I can be very busy, and on some of those days where I'm very busy, those are some of my least productive days, if I'm being honest. The third thing, your habits aren't building the person you want to become. If you feel like, I might be wasting my time, check it. If your habits aren't building the person that you want to become, then maybe you are wasting your time. Your days look like wake up, check my phone, go to work immediately, come back home, scroll at night, go to sleep, repeat the whole process. Not very productive here, are we? If our habits build who we're becoming and we just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, then that's what we're building towards. If you wake up late, scroll on your phone, go to work, come back, keep scrolling, go to sleep, wake up, keep doing the same thing. 5 years later, nothing changes. Why? Because we just stayed in the same old cycle over and over and over again. Galatians 6 verse 7, no pun intended, says, whatever one sows, that he also reap. We can look at time as seed. Every day you're planting something. The question is, are you planting something that you'll be thankful later, something that you'll be proud of later, something that will have served other people later? Or are you just using your time and just throwing it randomly and not really giving any thought to it? There's a couple of good seeds that we can use, good things that we can plant. We can develop skills, we can work on building meaningful relationships, we can serve other people, we can take care of our physical health, we can spend time with God. Those are important things that we can use our time wisely on. And if we plant those habits, those will continue to grow and we'll just get stronger in those as we continue. The fourth thing we'd have to check is if you're avoiding what God's calling you to do. Sometimes we waste time because, if we're being honest, we're just avoiding obedience. God might be nudging you to start something, to go serve somewhere, serve some people, to go share your faith maybe fix a relationship, go forgive someone, go try to make up with a family member. Might be calling you to step into leadership somehow, but instead we keep delaying things. We keep saying, I'll do it later. And the problem is that delayed obedience very often turns into disobedience. If it isn't already, it definitely will be. I think back to the Bible, Jonah running from God, but God kept bringing him right back to his assignment. Jumps on a ship, trying to go as far away from his assignment as he can. God always found a way to bring him back. So if you feel like you've been wasting time, let's talk about it. There's a practical reset we can do so that we stop wasting time and start getting more intentional with what we're doing. The good news is you can change and you can start changing today. It won't work if you just use this as another piece of content and just click off and go somewhere else. But if you're intentional with trying to change, intentional on using your time wisely, it's a couple of things you can do. 3 questions you need to ask yourself. What do I need to stop doing? What do I need to start doing? And what do I need to do more intentionally? Even small changes every day, they start moving you in the right direction. So what do you need to stop doing? Is it scrolling right before bed? What should you start doing? Do you need to pick up a skill? Do you need to go out and serve some people? Go talk to someone, learn a new skill? What do you need to start doing more intentionally? Do you have something that you do that you don't focus enough time on? You go serve at church, every once in a while, half-heartedly. Maybe start getting more intentional there. Start serving people, start making an impact in your community. Do you have a skill that you've been kind of putting off that you kind of know, but you don't really know because you don't spend enough time on it? Start doing that more intentionally. The ultimate reason we value time is because time really is short. We don't think it is until we realize how much time we've wasted. We don't think about how much time we've spent just scrolling, just sitting, feeling like, I don't want to do anything. We don't realize how much time we've spent feeling like we're productive only to realize we were just busy without really getting anywhere. So I want to encourage you to actually do something with your life. Get up and go make a change in the world. Go impact some people in a great way. Go talk to someone. Walk outside, give someone a compliment. Pick up a skill that you've been putting aside. Go spend some more time, intentional time with God. Do something. Do something that's actually worth your time. So you're not just wasting your time 5 years later looking back and be like, man, I wasted that much time. I want to encourage you to get up. Go do something right now. As soon as you're done watching this, or listening to this, what's one thing you need to stop doing? What's one thing you need to start doing? What's one thing that you need to start doing more intentionally? And I'm really confident as you start going through those and you start working those out consistently, you will stop wasting less time. You will start getting more productive with what you're doing. And I can't wait to see you grow. I can't wait to continue to grow on this journey together. It's going to be really, really good. Got great stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. We missed a couple episodes for the last few weeks, I've been working on something. I can't really say what yet, but it's gonna be good. It's coming eventually. I don't even know when we're gonna announce all that sort of stuff, but there's stuff happening in the back end that you guys can't see. It's gonna be good though. Make sure you catch the next episode, and I will see you there. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.